So you want to trade meme coins like a pro. So the best way we do this is you're going to need two tools. You're going to need Neo and BullX, which is in the description, and you're going to need a CT tracker, which is basically a Twitter tracker. Now, what a Twitter tracker does is it follows accounts and it tracks people like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and as soon as they tweet something like a picture of their dog or cat, this will pop up here and the coin will be created in new creations because any influencer or big public figure, once they tweet something that thinks that will have motion, basically a coin will be created, and that's how we're going to make the most money on this. Now, if you want to use a CT tracker, there's a description. In the description, there's a Discord server, which is my Discord, as a free CT tracker. And if you want a paid one, you can go into Red server, Shocked, or Potion, and you can purchase, but it does cost $100 a month. So basically, once we have these two tools, this is basically all we need. I have no filters on new creations. About to graduate, we have 26% insider wallets max, not minimum 10 bot users, and a minimum market cap 15,000. Now, token age doesn't really matter, but I have it at max 1 hour, and we have 0 filters on graduated. So if you've never traded on NeoVision, there's 3 categories. New creations are newly created coins. These are every coin that's been launched on Pump, and they're the newest coins on Solana blockchain. About to graduate are coins that are about to graduate from Pump into Raydium, which is the main liquidity provider. So you can think of BullX like a launchpad basically. So they'll launch on Pump first, and once it reaches a certain market cap that changes based on Solana price, it will migrate to Raydium. So let's say the price at the moment is 80k. Once this reaches 80k, it will migrate onto Raydium, and then it'll be graduated. So basically the third section is graduated, and all that is that it's moved on from Pump and it is actually inside Raydium liquidity now. So once you understand this, what we want to do is we want to look for a tweet that comes out from like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, or Zerebro, anyone that you know that has a lot of motion. And motion means that they have a lot of following. So if they have a lot of following, which means a lot of people are following it, there's a good chance that the coin that's created because of them will go up. So that's one way of trading if you want to trade that way. Another way I trade personally is I go into about to graduate and I look for coins that are unique and they have never been created before. So let's say we like Kerbit the Frag here. If we just click into this, and this is the chart. So if you want to see if this bit's created before, you click this little search icon here and type in Kerbit, and we'll see if it's been created. So it was created 51 minutes ago, and this is the one we're looking at here 40 minutes ago. So there's been 2 tokens so far. Another check we can do is CA Deployer. We can see if this guy has rugged before, and he has not rugged before. And you can also see here that dev is holding 0%. So we want to get in when the dev is holding 0. And the way you can tell this is you either check dev holding 0%. Once you see the DS symbol, which means dev sold, or you can go into holders and look for the dev wallet and see if it's sold. So as you can see, it's not here, which means dev has sold. Another thing you need to be sure you check is insiders and bundling. So if you cannot read from holders here, basically you can check if it's bundled by holders. So as you can see, all these icons are bot users. This is what we want to see. We want to see actual bot users trading this coin and not something like this where it's not bot users, and this could all be snipe liquidity. Another way we can check is if we just get the contract address from here and we go to trench.bot and copy and paste this in here, it will load a bubble map of this token and it'll show us if it's been bundled. So as you can see, bundled, it's 8% and they're holding 6% of the supply. Now this is not bad, this is actually very low bundled, but some of them are holding crazy amounts. So we can just check at, let's see, spam for instance. If we just paste spam into trenchbot, let's see if we have, as you can see here, 45% of the whole supply was bundled and they're holding 30% of the supply in different wallets. So even if it says dev has sold, he can still be holding the supply on different wallets and he's trying to hide that from you guys. So as you can see, he's sold here, but it's bundled to 30%. So the dev could be holding 30% on fresh wallets. So these are all new wallets, as you can see by this little leaf icon. This means these are new wallets. So they've been created freshly. They're not like 2 months old or 1 month old. These have been created within the last day. So it's fair to say that they are bundled. And if you don't understand, you can see here it says team bundle, regular, new wallet, sniper, and copy trader. So you can see that this icon means new wallet, which is less than a day or less than 25 transactions. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over 10 wallets that are new, that were created less than a day ago. So it's fair to assume that it's not a trader, because if you're an active trader, you've had your wallet for a month or two, you shouldn't have a reason to change your wallets, you know. So if you're an active trader, your wallet will be active. Like my wallet's active for like 6 months or 3 months, so you wouldn't appear here in the new wallet section. So that's another way to check if it's bundled. Another thing you want to make sure is the chart is looking healthy. So right now this chart does look healthy because there's ups and downs, and it's making higher highs, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a normal chart. Charts you don't want to see is where it's just constantly climbing up and there's no selling pressure, because in a real market there has to be seller pressure. So all these sellers here, so let's say from here to here, this is a 31% dip. These are people selling and making profit. You need to do that. Like if a coin is going constantly up and no one's ever selling, it is a scam 100%. People need to make money. Okay, so just get that in your head. If you see a chart that's just constantly blue like this and no one's selling, it's a scam. Don't buy into it. You're just going to lose money. You want to have dips. And the best way to trade these is using these dips. So let's say if we just entered here, we're watching the chart. Once this dip comes, I'd recommend you buy at the dip. Never buy on blue candle, because then you'll be top blasting. You'll be buying at the top. You always want to buy in a retracement, and a retracement is basically when the price goes down to a previous low or just bounces off the previous low. So once it goes down, I'd recommend buying in. Never buy in when it's at the very top. And that's a very important tip. So as you can see, this went down. So this would have been a good entry now, because the price went down from 59k to 50k. And as you can see, it rose back up. So this would have been a good entry. What else can we see here? Another thing I want to touch is specifically on BullX. If you're using, or any bot that you're using in general, if you're using Trade on Nova, Trojan, I use BullX because I like the way it's an all-in-one platform. I can trade and chart all in one place. I don't need to use any Telegram bots or anything like that. So go into whatever bot you're using. I'm using BullX. So if you just go into this little robot icon here, you want to make sure your buy and sell settings have been optimized, because when you sign up to a bot initially, the fees will be high. So what you want to do is buy priority fee and buy bribe fee can be adjusted in these two boxes. But you can also see up here that this is the current gas fee for Solana, and this is the current bribe fee. So I have 0.001 for fee, and I leave these the same for buy and sell, exactly the same. MEV protection you don't need to use. The only time you need to use MEV protection is if you're trading over 1 sol. If you're trading anything below 1 sol, like 0.5, 0.4, you don't have to use MEV protection. And the bribe fee I have 0.012. Sorry, 0.001. Now the only time I would change anything is the bribe. I'd leave the fee the same, and the bribe I'd move up to 0.01 if I want to get out fast, because the way the bribe works is the higher the bribe, the faster you'll get into the transaction. So basically for 0.001, I might get in like a second or two, but if you put this up to 0.01, you might get in instantly. That's why there's a bribe marker up here. This shows the average bribe now. Slippage I keep at 20% for buy, and sell I usually keep that at 35%. The only time I put this to 100% is in a very volatile market. So let's say if a coin is migrating, and as soon as it migrates, there's usually a big dip in the price. So instead of putting 35% slippage, because that might fail my transaction because the price will be moving so fast because of volume, I put slippage at 100%. So I'll either get out at the very top or at the very bottom, but I'll still make profit in the end. So I just wanted to cover the settings as well, because settings are important when you're trading with any bot. Next thing I would recommend as well that most traders use is called volume. Now volume is how much money is being pumped into the market. So if you click up here at the 5 minute, 1 hour, 6 hour, 24 hour, as you can see, the 5 minute volume is only $745. In 1 hour, it's been 10k. So if there's a lot of volume in a token, that means it's being actively traded. So you want to buy into a token that has a lot of volume. So if we go at this, well, let's say FCK, and we go to 5 minute volume, you can see there's 34k volume, and in the last hour there was 733,000 worth of volume. So if you see a lot of volume, that's the coins you want to trade. So let's look at this Psych. Now this chart right here looks suspicious to me, because as you can see, it had no volume for like the first 20 seconds, and then there was a big pump from 9k market cap all the way to 45k market cap. So it's migrated now, and we can expect a big decrease in price, because if we check the holders here, someone is holding 8% of the supply, and that's the dev. The dev is holding 8% of the supply. So if he wanted to now, he could sell and make 6.6k in dollars. And if we look at the 5-minute volume here, we can see there's 54k volume. So this volume is good. That means there's a lot of trading going on. But as you can see here, the price is dumping, and that's when I was talking about when I said that once a coin migrates from pump fund to raydium, there's usually a sharp decline in price, and then sometimes if there's a lot of buying pressure and it's a good meme, the price will shoot back up to a new high. But as you can see here, it dumped from 95k all the way to 70, had a bit of a retracement to 83k. Now it's dumped all the way to 37k. Now once it reaches this point here where it's like gone down by more than 50%, it's very hard for the price to recover. So right now it's down 61%. So I could safely say that this coin will never recover to 100k, and it might just die out. And as you can see, the dev is still holding. So if he wanted to, he could nuke this price all the way down to 10k or 20k. But yeah, that's just a quick overview of how the pros trade and what you need to become a successful trader. So I'll be uploading a next video will be on how to install Trade on Nova. And yeah, subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks.